LGBTQ+ offers absolutely zero positives to society, only negatives. Same with promiscuity, hookup culture, etc. We shouldn't be encouraging any of these things for anyone. This is common sense, but for some reason controversial to say. Melonie Mac, seek help.
Get help! Get help! Help me!
The way Melonie Mac obsesses over the LGBT community is actually concerning. I'll go through a few other statements later, but I want to provide a pretty simple rundown of what to expect. Melonie Mac is obsessed with calling anything related to LGBT demonic. She acts like the community killed her family by merely existing. She rarely cites any sources to back up her claims, and her reasoning is built on, well, nothing. It's literally just obsessive rage.
Melonie Mac is such a homophobe. Oh my gosh, she's such a transphobe. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Please, just talk like a normal person when rebutting claims. Like, holy shit.
You know what? I am a Christian, and I believe that homosexuality and transsexuality is a sin.
That's not an argument for why it's bad. You just said, well, I'm Christian, therefore I believe this. Why though? Why do you believe this?
Now, if you are fine with me believing that, and you still want to be my friend, you are welcome to do so, and I will still love you. But just note that I will be hoping and praying that one day you can turn from your sin and find Jesus so that you can go to heaven.
Why is it a sin? Why is it bad? You can't just cite a religion and call it a day. That's not proof that an idea is flawed. If religion stated that it was a sin to brush your teeth, are you just gonna stop brushing your teeth?
Did you forget to brush your teeth? I can smell your breath all the way over here. Ooh, Jesus. Oof. Jesus, Lord, help me.
If you're totally fine with that, cool, let's be friends. If you're not, goodbye,
So, that's the end of the video. There was no substantive reasoning to support a single thing she said. This is what I mean by obsessive rage. She's throwing an emotional fit over the mere idea that the LGBT community exists. And why might this be a problem? Well, let's start with this other statement. Let's start taking bets now if the shooter was a word I'm not gonna say. For context, this was after the assassination attempt on Trump. This is one of the first things on her mind when seeing human lives put in danger. Do I even need to explain how this obviously stems from her obsessive hatred? Transgender ideology is depraved and evil. Evil does not contain itself and spirals out of control. Kids brainwashed into the demonic transgender movement are shooting up schools. Stop trying to make perversion look wholesome. This is vile. So, you're unironically arguing that trans ideology is evil because it causes people to shoot up schools, even though that's statistically inaccurate. Now, if Melonie Mac is truly acting on principles rather than rage, you would expect her to be consistent with how she applies said principles, right? Should drop the chat logs for full context, where inappropriate messages said about the minor, or some locker room jokes unrelated that shouldn't have been said. Either way, this isn't a good look. Is he a pedo? We won't know without the logs, but is this gross and stupid? Yes. So it seems like she's willing to give some criticism to Dr. Disrespect after the evidence against him has been released. She did say we need the chat logs to have full context. This is a specific requirement from her before coming to a conclusion.
People want to show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in second grade?
Okay, so he failed to meet her standard. What does she have to say? Dr. Disrespect handled that really well, innocent until proven guilty, and thus far there is no proof. At this time, I see no reason not to believe him.
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
Melonie Mac's morals are inconsistent. Why might this be? I love Jesus, I love America, and I'm a bigot because sometimes you have to be? Well, I'm sorry that's your view on life. I think it'll be easier for you to find happiness when you cheer people on, as opposed to fabricating reasons to tear people down. But if that's the shallow way you want to live life, so be it. Just don't blame anybody but yourself years from now when you look back at this in misery and disappointment.
Goodbye.